Welcome back to Aero Talks. Today we're diving into, well, a really complex situation. It's this convergence of Ukraine's defense needs, industrial strategy, and some pretty serious geopolitical tension. And it all seems to circle back to one aircraft, Sweden's Saab Gripen E fighter.
That's right. And the catalyst, the really big trigger here, is this potential order. We're talking about a letter of intent signed back on October 22nd, 2025, between Swedish PM Kristersson and President Zelensky for over 100 Gripen E fighters for Ukraine.
Over 100. Wow. That's massive.
It really is. I mean, think about it. That would basically double Saab's current production requirements almost overnight. It's transformative.
Okay, so that kind of demand, it forces action, obviously. But beyond just needing more planes, why the Gripen specifically for Kyiv?
Well, it comes down to how the jet was designed. It's built for something called dispersed basing.
Dispersed basing. You mean operating away from big established airfields?
Exactly. It can use short, even improvised runways. Think highways. And it needs minimal ground crew, minimal equipment for a quick turnaround. It's resilient.
Right, resilience.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a Ukrainian pilot, Vadim Voroshilov, Karaya.
Yes, Karaya. He specifically called it, and this is a direct quote, designed for Ukraine's realities. He highlighted those low operating costs and, crucially, its ability to survive away from those main bases.
So Saab has this huge potential order driven by the Gripen's specific strengths for Ukraine's situation. Now they need to actually build them.
Correct. And Saab CEO, Michael Johansson, has confirmed they're looking hard at rapidly increasing output. They already build jets in Sweden and Brazil with Embraer.
Okay.
But now they're scouting locations for totally new assembly lines. Could be elsewhere in Europe, maybe even Ukraine itself, or, and this is key, Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
That feels like a big step. It would be Saab's first major industrial site in North America, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Their very first industrial foothold, yeah. And it's not just talk. This builds on a strategic partnership signed just a few months prior, August 2025, between Canada and Sweden focusing on aerospace and defense.
And they seem to have a partner lined up already. Bombardier?
That's the word. Bombardier confirmed they're in talks with Saab, discussing localization, so building Gripens in Canada. Bombardier's senior director, Mark Masluk, even said they're, quote, open to providing local expertise. They've mentioned potential sites, too, like near Toronto Pearson or Dorval in Quebec, major hubs.
It helps that they already work together, right, in the global eye.
It definitely does. That's the AEW&C aircraft, the radar plane. It uses a Bombardier Global Jet airframe, so there's an existing relationship, trust.
Yeah.
Plus, you've got political backing. Canada's industry minister, Melanie Joly, publicly supported Saab's potential expansion, called Canada and Sweden natural allies.
Okay, so this potential Gripen deal, the Canadian production angle, it lands right in the middle of a really difficult situation for the Canadian government, doesn't it? The F-35 order.
Oh, absolutely. A massive headache, as you put it. Prime Minister Mark Carney is reviewing Canada's existing order for 88 F-35A Lightning II jets.
And the reasons for that review are?
The usual suspects with the F-35 program, frankly. Escalating costs and concerns about limited industrial return.
Limited industrial return, meaning Canada pays into the program but doesn't necessarily get guaranteed work back for Canadian companies.
Basically, yes. The work share isn't guaranteed to match the investment, unlike potentially a deal where Saab sets up shop in Canada specifically to build Gripens. So some officials are now floating this idea. A mixed fleet. Keep some F-35s, add Gripens, balance the high-end stealth capability with lower costs and those industrial benefits.
On paper, maybe it sounds like a smart hedge. Diversify, get jobs, support Ukraine.
But hold on. It's not that simple. Diplomatically, it's causing friction. Big friction. The U.S. administration isn't happy.
How unhappy?
Well, the U.S. ambassador to Canada, Pete Hoekstra, publicly warned a mixed fleet would be extremely costly.
Okay.
Think logistics, training, maintenance for two separate fighter types. It's complex.
And it went beyond just cost warnings, didn't it?
It did. There were reports the U.S. administration warned Canada of, quote, serious consequences if they revise the F-35 agreement. That's strong language between close allies.
Serious consequences. What does that actually mean? Trade sanctions? Or something else?
It's probably not direct sanctions. More likely, it implies impacts on Canada's deep integration within the North American defense structure. Things like the shared industrial base, intelligence sharing. Networks often built around common U.S. platforms like the F-35.
So it's a warning that trying to boost domestic industry and support an ally could actually damage the core defense relationship with the U.S.
Exactly. It puts Ottawa in a really tough spot. You have these diplomatic warnings, the very real extra costs of a mixed fleet.
set against the potential for Canadian jobs, industrial diversification, and making a tangible contribution to Ukraine's defense with aircraft suited to their needs.
It's that fundamental balancing act.
Yeah.
How much is industrial sovereignty and allied support worth if it risks fracturing that primary defense partnership?
That really is the core question facing Canada right now. A lot to weigh up. Thank you for listening. We will see you in the next episode.